Welcome to Behind the Scenes.
Welcome to Behind the Scenes. This is our 18th episode of the show, so y'all know we've been putting in work. I'm Goldee, your West Coast host. I got my partner, DJ Hars, Shreveport with Louisiana. So we're going to present a show today. We're going to be dealing with the training and starting a Black-owned business. You know what I'm saying? Amongst our people, doing our own thing, you know what I'm saying? Running shit like we're supposed to. What's up with it, DJ?
Well, yeah, man, I want to thank you for that wonderful introduction and everything like that. And everybody, today we want to talk about what it takes to be a successful Black business owner in America. And we got some examples that I want to point out, and I want to, you know, this ties right into Black history because we already deal with the wealth gap chart, and we saw how we're losing ground, you know, in gaining wealth in America recently. We was doing pretty good in the past, and then we slipped behind, and now we need to get back on our grind. So today, I want to talk about some things that's going on in Africa. Dr. PLO Lumumba, I really liked him because he's constantly talking about Black unity in Africa. I really like that subject. I mean, he's well versed in it. I also want to highlight T.I. and Tyler Perry. And they got T.I. has got a show called Expeditiously. I mean, you know, and I think it's all the way live. I also want to talk about Dr. Granville T. Woods, an inventor, you know, to bring it on back to Black history. And I want to tie all these things together to try to illustrate why it's so important for us to work hard and try to really push forward in what we're trying to do business-wise. And it shouldn't be nothing wrong with making a lot of money. You know, people need to get over that. You know, we need to make a lot of money in our businesses because there's some reasons why. And we're gonna try to illustrate that today. Do you feel me, Goldee?
Straight like that. And before we get into our subjects and topics, you know, we just want to kind of, you know, give a little enlightenment spiel, you know what I'm saying, on us, our show, you know what I'm saying, why we present and dealing with Black history, because, you know, at this time, you know what I'm saying, it's important for us to start finding out some truths and some real about our existence. And the only way we're going to do it is through learning, studying, you know what I'm saying, our history. And history is very important because once we go into studying our history, we get to learning of the platforms that we already, you know what I'm saying, existed on, you know, before things got to the change of this point of, you know, integrating, you know what I'm saying, with these people. So we study, we research. So we try to present graphic charts and things like this here. We also try to open up a door for research for, you know, the next person to research, for our audience to research.
Yes,
you know,
let me add something to that, Goldee, because that's the whole idea. Is like, you know, when we watch regular TV, the ones that's, you know, mainstream media, you know, we're not getting a true reflection of our culture, and that's one reason why we need these platforms, so we can bring you additional information, a different point of view, and a whole different look at history and everything. And I got to say, when it comes to business, this is something that a discussion that a lot of people have, and I don't know if you heard it, Goldee. In audience, I want to ask you to log in on this. Now, when I went to college, I got a 4-year degree, Bachelor of Science degree from Grape St University. I also have a certificate of completion from Maxine Waters Employment Preparation Center. I also spent some time at Bossier Parish Community College studying film and recording, to be a better person in the mass media. All right, that's the telecommunications department. I was a part of that for 1 year, and I attended that thing. It was a beautiful school. But I want to say that they trained me on how to do a job, and all of the information that I needed to run a business, I wasn't provided with. And so this is one of the reasons why we have this show, to let you know that you got to do your own individual studying. And this right here, we're trying to show you historically what's happening business-wise for our community. And I say our community because it's here in America, it's all the way over in Africa, and a lot of other places around the world. That's where our community is. We spread it out all over the place. Do you feel me, Goldee?
Very like that. And so yeah, that's we're here to present educational stuff, all right? Because we that's what we feel from our experience, and what our life has brought us thus far. So we're saying we want to relay information from our level of understanding.
And on top of that,
save your life.
we going all the way back to 1619. We come through slavery, and matter of fact, what I'm beginning to find out is that they're trying to annihilate the history of certain black people in America, including the black Indians, man. I mean, give me a little information, because you're a little bit more familiar with black Indians than me. So give me a little bit of information, before we go into our main segment, man.
The importance of understanding and knowing that we are actually Aboriginal people, and that is classified us as Black Indians. The Black Indians, we was the first ones to be called Negro, and the first ones to be called nigger before they was, insulting our people in Africa with those slangs. However, the study of knowing who you actually are, we all in America are classified as African Americans. Some Africans are over here and have, been slavely, forced to be over here, during the time of slavery. But the Black Indians have actually been annihilated. They got somebody else, since they're calling themselves Indians and, living that Indian culture. And this is our true knowledge of the American Blacks, are never been to Africa, don't have a bloodline of Africans in their family, but if you research, you'll find out that here in America was the Black Indians. That's our race, and that race has been annihilated. And it's a very deep, heavy subject, and it's unbelievable. That's why a lot of people may hear it and they don't want to accept it. But, we just kind of, getting a touch, speaking on it, just wake up, look at the other side, because it's more than one side to a story.
Yeah.
So,
Man, I appreciate that little highlight on that little bit of history. And you know, we also showed the charts in a previous episode of Behind the Scenes showing the slave trade charts, you know, and even on those charts, they also noted that they imported from 10 to 15 million black people from Africa. Now, see, in this show today, we're trying to illustrate the slave trade in America, how it affects us today, and how colonialism and the slave trade and the other neo-colonial systems that were set up in America, where all those nations took over Africa, and you know, now it's a movement on trying to make Africa work for Africa. You know, so we need to make our own thing, and that's why our show is here today, is to let you know that it's got to be a broad-based input on business activity across America. I mean, I'm only one company. Me and Goldee, we only one company. But let me tell you, in order to move up the needle of the economic charts, to close that wealth gap, we're going to need 40 or 50,000 more business people that are black going into business and being successful. I mean, we need a large number. You think about every city in America needs one. You know, another black business. Even if they got one, there's nothing wrong with getting another one. And that's what we're trying to emphasize here today, to let you know that it's a long ways for us to go, and it's a lot of opportunity out there. Just think about it. If we're on the bottom of the economic totem pole, my theory is, up here, is that whatever you think of, we're not dominating that industry. So it's all right for you to go into it, because you need to be there. That's what diversity is. We need diversity in America. And the more better we do, and the better examples that we have, we could stop these doggone problems that we're seeing up here in the White House today. You know, so, you know, we got to start down here where we at before we can deal with them people up there, because, you know, the world could see today that we're not the problem. We are part of the solution. Do you feel me, Goldee?
Yes, sir. And now that you mentioned that White House, you know, I really do have an idea, and I have a solution, you know what I'm saying? And I really believe that White House is perpetrating racism. Just the mere words, White House, okay? And that should be changed. They should come up with a different name. If you wanna make a step and a beginning towards stop changing, you know what I'm saying, getting out of this racism, hey, make the first big move and change the name of the White House. You know what I'm saying? Put a more sophisticated name on it, a name that could reflect any color, you know what I'm saying, that step up in there to represent being the president of this United States. Okay?
Yeah. They could call it the United States House, man. I mean, make it simple, huh? Go straight
like that. Straight like that.
United States House. It don't need to be the White House. And man, you know, I could get with that. You know, man, this is a good day. I'm having a good day here. Oh, I don't know about y'all out there. Hey, look, we need you to subscribe, like our show, leave comments. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you got to say. I just want to hear you say something, because freedom of speech belongs to all of us. You know, and this is, you know, I could have invested my money into my teeth, but I invested my money into freedom of speech, and this is it right here, behind the scenes. So you leave a comment, subscribe, please subscribe, because we're trying to bring you a whole lot more than this. And you know, and I started a new thing. Here's what we talk about: expansion. diversity. I started a new channel called the DJ Hart Music Channel. Keep it simple. Just like changing that name of the White House to the United States House. Here go on 15 minutes again. We're always running over. But Goldee, all right, man. Before we move on to our screen share part, where we get down with the history, all right, Goldee, what do you want to add in here before we go to our next step?
Well, I have one other thought that came to mind, about Trump perpetrating, his people to riot, run up in there, terrorize on the White House, scare up everybody up in there. He's not above the law. So I think, a warrant should be issued for his arrest, and he should stand trial and face, because I think one person at least died, and that's a murder charge. That's how the law works. That's how it's been working for us and against us. So, he's no better. So
I got something to say on top of that, man. I got to say, they need to change that White House, because this whole episode that we just saw was all about white privilege. Whoa! Like white privilege. I ain't got police wasn't out there. White privilege. You know what I'm saying? Hey, they probably all gonna get life sentences. White privileges. Change it to the change it from the White House to the United States House. Please now. That's if y'all I ain't trying to be radical or nothing like that. I'm just trying to be American, United States American citizen. So that's all I'm trying to be, in a businessman inside of this United States of America. So change that White House to the United States House.
Change it. If you want to get rid of racism, take that first step. We'll be back in 2 minutes and 2 seconds.
Welcome to Behind the Scenes.
Welcome back. Okay, we're getting this segment of the show. We're gonna do some screen sharing, and this is going to the subject that DJ was speaking on. And so we're trying to get this part together. Here we go.
All right, now the screen share should be coming up. All right, this is the first segment of the screen share that we get ready to do. This is Professor PLO Lumumba. All right, and basically, I just want to highlight what's going on in Africa.
Different character. When I think about Africa, and I think about her often, and I ask myself, Mother Africa, how will you be 100 years from today? And I remember the great Sudanese poet.
But go ahead, man. Do your thing, bro.
No, I just wanted them to hear what he had to say.
Well, I can't. You say you can hear it. I can't.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's.
All right. Now, what he's talking about is Africa is punching below her weight. In other words, out of all of the natural resources that Africa has, it hasn't been able to capitalize off of it. And this is going right back to my conversation with us building industries. So please listen in. We're gonna, hopefully it comes out okay and the volume is all right.
Whose belly is laden with all things known as natural resources, will you ever give meaning to them? Faituri asks, oh Mother Africa, are you waiting for Godot? Mother Africa. I believe that Africa can be made great again. But remember I said that Africa took the view that she could grow regionally. That is where I went on a tangent. Now I come back. So the East African community was there. South African development community was there. We had COMESA, we had IGAD, we have ECOWAS, we had Central African Organization, we had the Maghreb, we had the Sahelians. All these attempts have been made, and somehow Africa is still punching below her weight. Let us look at the different sectors so that we are better able to appreciate what Africa can be. And I believe that Africa can be great. I believe that Africa is capable of looking at our agriculture, because if a people cannot feed themselves, they cannot be at the dinner table of civilization. Today, Africa cannot.
Yeah, well, I agree with that too, you know what I'm saying? Because Africa is the only black people that we have, you understand, to do business with. And, you know what I'm saying, it's all about building Africa just as well as it is as building us over here.
Yeah, and let me point out, you know, as far as our industry and film is concerned, Africa is building its own film industry also. You know, so that might create opportunities for companies like us and other black companies in America, where we can have our films imported into Africa and maybe have some kind of exchange business. All right, now let's go on with Dr. Lumumba a little bit more, because he also illustrates some other things about this.
Making factories will be here in Ghana, and the next will be in Togo, and the next in Cote d'Ivoire. It can be done, which calls into question what our universities of agriculture doing. Are they involved? Are they included in the agenda of making Africa again? And I'm saying that history...
All right, let me stop there.
Is that in Africa where he's at?
Yeah, he's in Africa.
AAU?
Yeah, this is a university in Africa, most likely, where he's talking, and he's talking to the upper class black folks there, man. You know,
the elite class of Africa.
Yeah, the elite. You know, I mean, his you know, part of his thing is like he got degrees in law. He's a professor.
Yeah, all those people do. That whole audience, that's who that consists of.
Yeah. So he's trying to speak to the leadership about being good leaders, having great vision, and putting your vision to work for your people and take the corruption out. You know, that's part of the issue, is take the corruption out so your people can actually benefit, because if the wealth don't get distributed, then that also hold back other Africans over there that want to start businesses or whatever. And so, you know, we need to get that money distributed. Now, let's move on, man, because some of these things are long, and I really want to highlight, you know, T.I. and Tyler Perry, to let you know what's going on in America. This is more current, so I want everybody to really hear some of the history that Tyler Perry went through, because this is a good history and it's a good business lesson for everybody. You know, I mean, you might not be in the same type of business, but the concepts that he had could be applied to other businesses. So what we need to do is figure out the concepts, and then whatever that industry you in, can you apply it to that industry?
Atlanta had to be here.
You dig what I'm saying? First of all, man, thank you for everything that you've done for the culture in the city.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
And same to you. Same to you.
Well, thank you, man. I think a lot of people have heard about your acquisition and the establishing of your film studio, Tyler Perry Studios in Atlanta. But I don't think they understand the real relevance. Can you just tell us what it was before it became Tyler Perry Studios?
Well, yeah, at one point it was a Confederate Army base where, you know, there were soldiers and generals and captains and everybody plotting and planning on how to keep the black people enslaved. So that very land, that same land today, you know, thousands of cars are coming in to work every day. I personally have 600 employees that are working there on my side of the studio that are mostly black and brown people. And in this land that they tried to make a terrible thing is nurturing us, man. I'm loving it. And it's in the heart of our community, which makes me so happy and excited because it gives an opportunity for kids to see that I did it and they can do it too. So yeah,
man,
especially our kids. Yeah.
I think absolutely. And thank you for the invitation. And you know that I can't really describe how important it was to have all the people in that room at one time. I don't think it's ever been done.
It was a crazy moment, man. It was a crazy moment. You know how this podcast could be better?
How? Tell me.
Tequila, man.
You know what? Listen, man. That's what we usually do.
Gotta have tequila on the table. Where's the tequila? Where's the tequila?
Libation.
Come on, man.
Bring
We're
the
gonna
libation. Okay, we got to see now. I was trying to get my corporate on.
Corporate my ass, man. Come on. Where's the tequila? Come on. Let's go with it. Let's go with it.
So now what we do here is have conversation, man, that young men, women, and entrepreneurs can use to move themselves forward in their journey.
Hey, I want to pause right there because Goldee, I want you to feel me on this. Like, I know when I was in California last year, we ran across another brother had a great studio, but you know, for our company, you know, this is the reason why we got to make a lot of money is because I think we need our own studio. You can recognize the advantages in expediTIously that you have with a studio. Do you feel me on that, Goldee?
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? If you're in the film and music business, of course you need a studio. You know, that's a business. And it's like with T.I., what he's doing is, you know, he have numerous different different things, you know what I'm saying, that he have developed and created himself, you know what I'm saying, since he's been in the business. And right now, you know, I appreciate what he's doing, and also with Tyler Perry coming to his show and speaking on, you know what I'm saying, his history of what he had to go through, you know what I'm saying, to get to the level of existence that he have in his life right now. And this type of, you know, things is necessary, you know, for our people, all brothers, to be coming together and dealing with these type of topics and issues, you know. And like I say, for the ones that, you know, take time out, you know what I'm saying, they got money, they take time out, they develop podcasts, and they use them to, you know what I'm saying, to talk about our issues, you know what I'm saying, on us developing, you know, what's due to us, you know what I'm saying. And
Goldee, let me change the subject a little bit. You know, one thing that he's going to get into is that he had a clientele base that supported him, and you know, and they was there every time he came out with something new, and he was able to give them their best, and their best was supporting Tyler Perry plays, you know, like going to the plays, buying the DVDs, and I remember when early in his history, before he hit Hollywood, man, he was almost every house you went in, there was a Tyler Perry play inside that house. You know, so that's the kind of impact that he had. and that his customers were loyal customers. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to find our customers. And we're hoping that we'll build a type of show that will have loyal customers. And keep on coming back. Subscribe, like, and share our shows, man, so we can build it the way we need to build it. Now, we're going to get on into the rest of what he got to say because he's getting down to some real history right here. Let's keep rolling with this.
That's right. We don't want to live around us. We don't want to work around us.
That's right.
Our culture is rich, man, and every other race comes in and rapes and mines everything we have and take it out, but they don't leave anything for us.
They don't cultivate.
Exactly right. So when we can take our own culture and have it be, here's what I'll say about that. Like, segregation was a horrible thing.
Right.
Horrible thing.
Yeah.
When it ended, a lot of black businesses ended.
Okay.
Because under black businesses did so much better under segregation because we were forced to buy from each other.
That's right.
When that ended, we just went in all different directions and we're buying from everybody but us.
Hence the sentiment behind the late great Martin Luther King, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s statement, "I believe I've integrated my people into a burning building." That was one of his last quotes before his assassination. I believe that he saw that the very inclusion or integration that he was fighting for turned around to bite the community in the ass, just like you're suggesting.
Yeah, but it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, man, you just straight hit your straight out the bottom, huh?
Hey, look, I think T.I. got a tequila company. I mean, like we talk about diversity, and I think that's what Tyler Perry knew. You know, I'm just going by what I heard real quick over some kind of social media program, but I haven't checked it out that thoroughly. But I think Tyler Perry is asking for the tequila because he knows T.I.'s company, and he's trying to, give him a shout out, on his business efforts. That's why he's getting ready to take him a sip. So that's we're gonna get into it because this is just part of the conversation of business. How business, you start one place and you never know where you might go. All right, so we're gonna keep on going with this because Tyler Perry gets deep.
I've been going to plays for years. I didn't have the money to go. There's the Sanger Theater down in New Orleans. I didn't have the money to actually go to the entire show, so I was tipping in an intermission when everybody come out to smoke. Right. I sneak in and see the rest of the play, and I go, wow. And I'm like, man, I could do better than this. Back in the day, they had the Mama,
I Want to Sing.
No, that was a good one. I'm talking about Mama on the couch with Mama's cousin next door neighbor eating chitlins play. I wanted to elevate it. I didn't want to elevate it so much that it left us and became something that we don't watch, like Broadway. A lot of my audience is not.
Can't relate. It doesn't represent us.
But I wanted to elevate it from where it was. There were 2 pieces of plywood and a sofa on the stage, and that was the set. And the sound system seemed like they got it from Grandma's house. So I had to upgrade that. And when I did that, man, there was a lot of appreciation for it, and they were right there with me.
Man, I can remember hearing about Tyler Perry plays before I knew who you were. Like I think we kind of.
Dude, you were 2.
Man, no, man. I mean, what you started like what, 96?
92, 93.
92, okay, I'm 12 and 13.
Yeah.
I didn't hear about it maybe till like 97, 98. Yeah. You probably had your wheels rolling good
rolling
by then.
Yeah.
But I would hear about it, and I would just see, like, going about my evening, riding past, say, the Fox or the Civic Center, lines wrapped around the corner.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I always wondered, how could it get to this point without me having some familiarity with it?
Yeah.
Like, what were the underground, behind-the-scenes moves that you made to create, like, relevance for yourself?
Church, man, and black women.
Okay.
Man, black women.
All right, Goldee. You check out what he said?
Yeah, Tyler Perry only took 1 sip and he put it down, pushed it to the side. So he don't drink. But yeah, go ahead.
All right, now, but what he's talking about what he tried to do as far as ownership is concerned, so he can build a company to hire other people so he can help other people. So that's the way I'm viewing what he's saying, you know, as an interpreter. Okay,
Well,
I'm
of course he's
interpreting.
doing that because he need other people, you know, what I'm saying, to work in this business. So of course he's doing that.
Yeah, and let me point out some criticism that I got today about our show, and I had to answer my friend, and basically, you know, what he was suggesting as improvements for my company, and we're already doing a good job. Now we got a pace that we set. We produce one main show per month. Now we add to our programming, you know, with the music thing, because, you know, I love music, I love jazz, I love hip hop, I love rap and all that stuff, you know. So, you know, I love electronic music, dance music, rock and roll, country and western. I love so many different kind of music, you know. It's you know, it's unbelievable. But, you know, for the music that I'm trying to do more of it, and this is one of the reasons why we only have one main show per month. But we break that down into two components. One is behind the scene, the other one is behind the scenes with the OG, where we do a little short show. Now we got a brand new channel that we put together, the DJ Hard Music channel. All right, so we, you know, right there, we're trying to add additional programs during the month. All right, so y'all bear with us as we try to expand our programming and our products and services to the community. Now let's get into what Tyler Perry had to say, because he also gave a little history. Then we're gonna switch. I want to really make the point why it's important for us to go into business, have a concept of what we want to do from the beginning, if possible, in a way of achieving it. All right. So now he's going. I hope that we can get to when he started. When he first got started, he have a little conversation when he first got started with his first play, and I think that's a very important part right here. Let's go to that.
19 movies since then has been my choice. So I don't. Maybe that's the way it's been for some other men who have done that. But for me, let me tell you how I look at this, man. I'm not a man that enjoys wearing a dress. For me, as an actor, it's costume.
That's right.
It's like if somebody goes to Walmart to work, they put on their uniform. For me, that's putting on a uniform, going out making people laugh, lifting them up, encouraging them, and the good that it does for so many people. My favorite moment in the show, and I just finished the last show in Augusta.
Medea's still alive.
Yes, she is. But my favorite moment is the last 30 minutes of every play. That's when I'm sitting there. That's the only time I don't feel foolish or ridiculous, because I get to sit on stage in front of thousands of people in arenas now.
Man,
plays in arenas.
That's a damn thing, man. That's
sitting there, and
I can't believe it.
I'm telling you, man, spit wisdoms that speak to people's lives in a way that makes it all right for me. So some people may not like the way that the message got there, but for me, it's important that the message landed and helped somebody.
I agree with you in totality. I don't think people even have a problem with, say, you know, you or whoever may choose to do a character of a woman as a male. I believe it's being suggested that there is an agenda to emasculate the black man to a certain degree, and that is what is kind of put out there in sort of a propaganda kind of way. Now, what you're saying is, even if that is the rule, Tyler Perry is the exception.
Well, listen. If people feel like that, I can't help people's thinking. I can't help what they feel or how they come to the conclusion of that. But again, for me, and what I'm doing is I'm acting.
That's right.
Period.
That's right.
You know, when I just played Colin Powell, I'm not Colin. I was acting. You know, I got
and Alex Cross, by the way.
And Alex Cross.
In my opinion, money is available, but that the money is available in a loan form. So when you have your own money that is you didn't borrow, and you invest that, you lose that, it has a very different impact on your life when you borrow some money and then you lost that money you borrowed. Because when you do it that way, when you borrow some, you have the loan payment to pay back. You know, so that's going to have an impact on your life for a while until that loan payment is gone. All right, so that's the point I want to make.
It's called debt.
Debt, all right, because when you go into business, it's an investment, all right? It's not guaranteed, man. This is America. This is the land of competition. I mean, you could get straight beat, you know, smack out on any kind of industry you come in. You know, somebody else come into that same field and they do so much a better job than you. And,
Well,
and when we had segregation, see, this is why Black history is so good. Remember, we talked about segregation, Black Wall Street, right? Now, the difference in that community is like Blacks have to buy for Blacks when we were segregated. But now we have integration. You can buy wherever you want. You can go wherever you want. You can.
It ain't no wherever you want because you don't have many choices. You know what I'm saying? The system is dominated, you know what I'm saying, by the white man. So you don't got choices. And then we got to go spend our money with other races, you know what I'm saying, that have business. So, you know, it ain't like Jazzy was saying, we got our stuff developed to the point where we could go spend our money with our own people. And that's what we're trying to strive for.
Yeah, we're trying to strive for trying to inspire whoever got the resources and the ability and the brain power to go into business. We are here, or I am here for sure, trying to inspire you to go into business for whatever that you think is the community need. The community may need something. All right, if you can supply that need to that community and the community support you, this is the thing that I'm trying to drive home to my community. It's like whatever you think of, it may be, you know, something that is absolutely needed. So, you know, I'm in music and film, and I think it's a big need there because this is the reason why we have this program. One of a kind. I guarantee you, there ain't nobody else doing a show like us. They're coming close. But they're not doing it like us. All right, so let's move on to the inventors because we done talked about Africa. We just talked about a successful Black business owner in America. And now we're going to talk about the inventor. All right, let's get down with this inventor. We're going to hear a little bit about.
Looking at someone like Granville T. Woods, great inventor, studying his life. It's great to know him. It's great to understand the struggles and the trials and the tribulations, his ability to be a multi-genius inventor. Because so many inventors, if you have a backer, all you have to do is invent. But being of African American descent back in the days when he was inventing, he had to be more than that.
He improved upon a lot of the inventions that was already in place and through his modification. You got to understand, this man was an electrical genius, and through his electrical expertise, he began to become an inventor.
Telephone transmitter, the air brake, the roller coaster, the concept of the third rail for the transit system, which I think without it, New York would be a very different place.
It all started when he left his hometown of Columbus.
Trying to say in our history, and even today, all right, we have Black excellence, but if we don't have the media system to get that news out to you, nobody knows. So we are here trying to bring out Black excellence today. So let's get down with this.
And knowing how to use the system to counteract their particular acts that were trying to utilize his inventive mind and call the products of that mind their products also.
I think in part, you know, the struggle of Granville T. Woods to just, you know, hold on to his patents and to make his name known is just as much as the struggle for, you know, to produce the inventions that he came up with. Because, you know, dealing with General Electric and having, you know, to take them to court regarding, you know, the third rail concept and some of those other concepts, that was huge. And to actually win a case, you know, is profound during that particular time.
Dubbed the Black Edison, His most coveted and controversial inventions were integral to the evolution of transportation.
His patents covered a long span. He spent a lot of time just, I guess, thinking and working out these inventions, examining what was used at the time, and then creating ways to improve on that.
Well, the dead man is something that is utilized by the motormen on the subway system. Is if something happens to him, he get ill, he falls down, the train automatically stops. So that's a key invention even today, as well as the induction telegraph system that connects the trains with the board, and they can communicate with the motormen, vice versa.
The concept of a train being driven, you know, by a third rail rather than a cable car, you know, it definitely frees up the street, and I think that there's a less of an opportunity for injuries to others, you know, because that's basically what his technology did. It replaced the cable car.
He really is one of the major players in the Industrial Revolution because, of course, transportation becomes very important in the Industrial Revolution, not just your products, but how to transport them in the quickest manner.
Even though he was born a free man, Woods was no stranger to discrimination. The immense adversity of the time motivated him to fight harder for his recognition.
By sheer intelligence, there was no way to deny what he produced. And that's how he survived, because there was no dispute about the things that he had invented, their value, their importance. It just could not be disputed. So he had to be respected for that, if nothing else.
All right. Now that's our Black history stuff. Now look, we're going to end this screen share right here because that's the main point in this segment we want to wrap up with, and then we're going to go into our final segment. But basically, I wanted to show you in this show why it is important for us to build all types of industry. All right. You know, here it is. Dr. Granville T. Woods, he's in the transportation industry, dealing with the rails and stuff like that. However, do we have a black railroad company or a black railway company? You know,
he's the person that invented the railroad system. It was his idea. It was his invention. He's a black man that did this back in the 1800s. That's who he is. He had that wasn't his only invention. He had other inventions. He also had an invention in electricity, and not only that, he was so bad in his knowledge and his creation that Thomas Edison stole 2 of his projects, and he ended up bringing him to court and suing him. Thomas Edison.
And winning. Here's the point that I'm trying to say, right? If we don't have the industry for our black geniuses to go into, all right, they're always going to have to sell to the existing companies, you know, regardless of what color they are. All right, so that's why it's important for us to start all types of businesses. Don't worry about making $1 billion. Just if you're in a $1 billion business, go on and make that $1 billion. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, because right now we need to boost that curve up, right? Because we're on the bottom of the economic curve. So that's what I'm saying, man. We need 40, 50,000 businesses, brand new in America, coming in all different type of areas. You know, I mean, everybody is not into film and music like me, you know, so whatever is your area, do it, because there may be a situation where an inventor coming along, black inventor. If that black inventor come along and be a part of your company, then finally we'll be able to keep some of the black inventions inside a black company, and that's what's going to make the difference here in America, Africa, and wherever black people are. That's my point for the day.
The main thing that the reason we presenting, I bet you didn't know, because this is I bet you didn't know session. And the reason we present this is also to show that our qualifications and our capabilities, you know what I'm saying, to create. We are a creative race of people. We are the people who created just about everything that is that's going on. All the businesses that exist started from a black man's creation. So now I'm gonna move on to the black elite. And this subject right here, the black elite, is the reason I want to present this, is because during the 1800s also, we had an elite class of people, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, they had it their way, you know. And it was a book written in regards to this called The Original Black Elite. And the story is dealing with a black man named Daniel Murray. And so I'm gonna give you a few pointers, you know, on what's going on. If you decide you might want to pick this this bestseller up. And so I'm gonna give some reading from here. And it starts like, in this outstanding culture biography, the author of New York Times bestseller, Slave in the White House, chronicles a critical yet overlooked chapter in American history. The inspiring rise and calculated fall of the black elite. From emancipation through Reconstruction to the Jim Crow era, embodied in the experiences of an influential figure of the time, academic, entrepreneur, and political activist, and Black history pioneer, Daniel Murray. In the wake of the Civil War, Daniel Murray, born free and educated in Baltimore. He was a vanguard of Washington, D.C.'s Black upper class. So, you know, back then in the 1800s, they had Washington, D.C., a Black upper class actually existed, and actually, you know what I'm saying, congregated with these people. Appointed assistant librarian at the Library of Congress at a time when government appointments were the most prestigious position available for Blacks. Murray began working through his business as a construction contractor, and he married a college-educated socialite. The Murray social circles included some of the first African-American United States senators and congressmen, and their children went to the best colleges, Harvard and Cornell. Though Murray and other Black elite of his time were trying to assimilate into the culture fabric as Americans first and people of color second, their prospects were crushed by Jim Joe segregation and capitulation to white supremacist groups by the government, which turned a blind eye to their unlawful, often murderous acts. So that is to say that in that time where the Black elite class had big prospects for even become more bigger, you know what I'm saying, in Blackness, then came the Jim Crow and the white supremacists, and the government was actually helping them, you know what I'm saying, commit these crimes and break these laws of murdering our people and stuff like that. A lady named Elizabeth Dowd.
Can I switch the subject, right?
What do you mean switch the subject?
Yeah, because we're going.
How are you gonna switch a subject that I haven't?
I want you to say, like give a clip of this, and then we're gonna come back because he got a big history, man. We need to come back and deal with him.
Look, man, no, I need to finish this subject, man. Why would I stop to break the subject all up to go to something else? I'm not even finished with this.
All right, go ahead. Point, man. The point is like this is what we're dealing with right now.
You ain't making the point. You saying let's change the subject. How the hell?
The subject is here's the subject, right? All this bullshit that's going on with the White House right now is covering up any aid going to black people, man. Now the media is all on that. You bringing out a point. This point highlights the reason why we need reparations, man. This is the thing.
Hey, man, I don't give a fuck, man. This is educational.
All right, I understand what you're saying. But if Jim Crow,
my whole thing is this. Man, I'm fucking talking. My whole thing is this, is that the reason I'm presenting this is to show that we already had this existence motherfucking established. This was taken from us. You understand? This is to let people know we was at one point we was already there. So it's no reason that we shouldn't be qualified to get back there. See? So
well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that point. That's a good point.
I know it damn way ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, I mean that's a very good point.
You just fucked it up.
All right,
Welcome to Behind the Scenes.
Welcome back. We're back and we're going to come into the close of our show. And I want to give a shout out to Don Soprano, my son, representing San Antonio. Also, I want to give a shout out to my family, my grandbabies in Detroit. Tyra Banks, you know what I'm saying? I got to holler at you, you know what I'm saying? That you know you still winning, you still got that belt, and you still fine as wine, just my cup. I want to give a shout out to Mini Bike Legacy. We have our beanies on deck now. We have masks also, and I want to, we still, rocking our Money and Black Lives Matter t-shirt, you know what I'm saying? You still got action at getting them. All you got to do is hit me up. I got them in many different colors, and that's it. If you want a style and profile on a bike, you know what I'm saying, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? The mini bikes is still, you know what I'm saying, we still whipping them bikes and things like that. So besides that, make sure you subscribe, like, and most definitely tell a friend, you know what I'm saying, about our show. And, come on with us, participate, you know what I'm saying? Bring this Black history information and knowledge to it, to us. So, you know what I'm saying, we can, present it, to the people. What's up, DJ?
Hey, man. Y'all support the music now. Go to Bandcamp, djpart1.bandcamp.com and buy the album. You know, live life large, man. Go all the way with your thing and support us. And if not, just get one song, your favorite song. Get your favorite song. And I got the new lyrics video going on with On My Way. That's all about positive energy. And, you know, I got a joke for you guys. You know, if you're running late, you know, getting to your lady, you know, you say, oh, okay, I'm going to be there. What time, you know, and then that time then pass, you know, you stuck in a traffic jam on the freeway. Send her, you know, this song, On My Way. Yeah, let them know you on your way. You serious about being there with your loved one. All right. So this is our show, and I want to thank y'all for liking and subscribing. Please hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell so you'll be notified when we do a new show. We putting in the work. We're going to keep on studying. We're going to bring you some more news on Black history because let me tell you, the way I'm looking at it, see, the better you know about Black history, the more you know chances you might have at avoiding some of the difficulties we might have had in the past. You know, so I just want you to know about Black history, you know, and I'm loving it. You know, just some stuff that I wasn't able to get in high school. And I'm, you know, so I'm learning it now, and as I go, and we try to share our knowledge. You know, each one teach one is part of our mission, and so we're trying to encourage you, and also support the T-shirts. Yeah, support the T-shirts. You know, hit me up. You know, if you want to get the T-shirts, and I'll find a way to get it to you. All right. Meantime, in the near future, we will have it available online. You know, so be patient with me. I'm working on that.
Okay, we want to change the name to the White House.
Oh yeah, back on that.
Slogan. Change the name to the White House. If you want to eliminate racism, that's our first step.
Avoid all this conflict that we got right now. Change it from the White House to the United States House. You know, where the president at? He's in the United States House. All right. You know, so, yeah. Hey, if y'all agree, leave a comment. See that, man, freedom of speech is real, man. And you know, even though they took Trump off the air, you know, I said, man, that our freedom of speech might be slightly in jeopardy. But you know, while we got a chance to be on air, y'all let us know what your feelings is, you know, because we trying to start businesses. We ain't trying to start no trouble. We want to let you know that we are not the problem. We are here to be part of the solution. Yeah. You know, that's what the entrepreneurial spirit is. We're going to try to solve some problem that you need. If it's something you want to wear, something you want to listen to, or something that you want to see on television. We try to serve you in those areas. You know, you know, other people got their own thing. That's what I'm saying. We need thousands of small businesses going at it. Tyler Perry started at a smaller pace than where he is right now. He didn't start where he was. You know, he's rich now, but he didn't start rich. So this is what I'm trying to say. You can start wherever you are. Don't let people, you know, discourage. You know, just keep on going. And, you know, if you're doing the right things, you got real talent, somebody gonna see it. Just like Tyler Perry said, it was somebody there that invested through the next show. All right, so you never know. And that's what we're gonna do is to keep on training, keep on getting prepared, and be ready for opportunities to come our way. All right? This is what I want to try to say today. I hope today that we illustrated well the need for a business in America and the need for Black people to invest their own money into their own industry. Do you feel me, Goldee?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to all political prisoners, state and federal, and also, yeah. So that's our show. We enjoy, appreciate, you taking up the time to hear us out and try to get with us, and that's it. Don Soprano, hey man, you doing a hell of a good job, son, on participating with your comments. We need more Don Sopranos like my son. We need y'all. You know what I'm saying? Follow in a leader's footstep. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I got a son too, but he ain't left no comment. And I want to give a big shout out to Don Soprano, man. Hey man, look, in some kind of way you are really feeling where we're coming from, and your words are so beautiful, man. And I really enjoyed reading your comments. I want to give a big shout out to all of my fans on Number One Music, and I really love that interaction. The interaction of our fans, our customers, and our viewers writing us, letting us know what they think about our programming. That's so crucial, because we're trying to make sure that we stay on target, bring you the information that you may be interested in, and we're trying to stay focused on our audience, because you are everything to us. All right? And I just want to say I love you for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time to spend your time with us. Thank you very much from everybody here with Behind the Scenes.
Love the world over. Okay.
All right, we're going to wrap up our show. And this is the first time we ever finished the wrap in less than 15 minutes. I want to thank y'all. It's been a beautiful show. And y'all come back now, because we're going to be doing it again. All right. Good night. And please drive safely. And don't drive drunk. Wait a minute. Let me get my drink on. Because when you get through driving and you at home chilling, it's all right to have a sip. All right? Because if you're out there on the street driving and everything, man, you might hurt somebody real bad, including yourself. All right? So get your drink on at the right time. That's all I'm saying. Good night.
Each one, teach one, tell a friend. And hey, good night.
I just wanna say I'm on my way, baby. Hello, my baby. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm on the way. Trying to make my way. There's an accident in me. Traveling. I'm on my way to see you today. I just wanna say I'm on my way, baby. I just wanna say I'm on my way, baby. Love it when you tell me you listen. Love it when you tell me you need me. Love it when you tell me you wanna see me. Love it when you tell me you love me.